Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. So we have two slight risks of severe weather today. One across the Texas Hill Country and Edwards Plateau, west of Austin, and then the other slight risk is extending from South Carolina, eastern South Carolina, central North and eastern North Carolina, eastern Virginia, much of Maryland, Delaware, into southeastern Pennsylvania, and southwestern New Jersey in the two yellow areas today, a marginal risk across southwest and central Texas, and extending from Florida all the way up to portions of New York State and eastern Pennsylvania and much of New Jersey in the dark green today. And looking at the tornado threat today, we do have an isolated tornado threat across the Edwards Plateau and Texas Hill Country west of Austin and San Antonio today. So make sure you're looking out for a couple of isolated tornadoes if you live in this area today, and a couple of isolated tornadoes if you live anywhere across areas from Charleston, South Carolina, through Wilmington, Raleigh, North Carolina, up through Richmond, Virginia Beach, Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Scranton today, as there could be a couple of isolated tornadoes in your area. So be on guard for a couple of tornadoes today. Looking at the damaging wind threat, there's a 5% damaging wind risk across central and southwest Texas in this brown area, and a 5% damaging wind risk extending from Florida through portions of New York, Pennsylvania in this brown area. And we also have a 15% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location across this yellow area today in the Carolinas, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. So make sure you're preparing for some scattered damaging winds if you live in the yellow, and isolated damaging winds if you live in the brown areas today. And hail threat, we have a chance of seeing some isolated to scattered gorilla hail across the Edwards Plateau and Texas Hill Country once again today. 15% hatched area has been issued for this area. So make sure you're parking your cars in the garage if you live in the Texas Hill Country and Edwards Plateau today, as you have a significant hail threat once again, with a 5% hail risk extending into Austin, San Antonio, through the Rio Grande border, and a 15% hail risk across eastern South Carolina, eastern North Carolina, and southeastern Virginia as well, of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location in this yellow area. Make sure you're preparing for some large hail as well if you live in this area, and a 5% hail risk extending from Florida through Maryland and Delaware. So severe weather today is going to be mostly isolated to scattered in nature, but make sure you're preparing anyway, as we could be seeing some pretty significant severe weather in some of these areas today. Before I close the video, we also have a slight risk of flooding across central Texas as well, and a marginal risk in the dark green. So make sure you're preparing for some isolated to scattered flooding if you live in the yellow and green areas today. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day, my friends.